Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. So it's been kind of a sporadic week, both in life and kind of in Boom Beach, because I'm actually going to be focusing on warships this season. But I got a good push going this morning. We're on a 21 battle win streak, and I don't have any chests right now, so we're going to leave the warship alone. But unfortunately, my push to 1,000 medals on the main base here, we've backslid a little bit. We're at 890, and we got a lot of bases stacked up, so we are going to recover today a little bit and keep our push going. And to speed things up a bit today, we are going to be trying out Sergeant Brick battle orders so we can try and get through as many bases as we can. But let's waste no more time. I don't have a full boost going on, but I do have my masterpieces boosted up, trying to conserve my power powder a little bit. And it looks like right on cue we have a little bit of a connection issue. Alright, anyway, let's see. This time, there we go. We're able to get into the battle. Good feeling. There's always that one connection issue. It kind of, it ruins the motivation a little bit, not going to lie, but we're going to push past it. And once we beat this first base here, we will be good. And we have 2 grapplers to worry about. What am I doing? I don't know. I didn't scout it out properly, but we did get 2 quick shock bombs out after I realized it. How are we going to deal with it now? Because 2 of our Scorchers have been pulled. Not the way you want to start out a battle. But let's see. How we doing on this grappler over here? It looks like it's a lower level. I think I'm going to throw 4 artillery on it, see if that takes it out. Yep, down goes that one. Now we only have 1 more to really focus on, and we got to start popping our battle orders because we want to speed through this. We aren't going to let a grappler slow us down, even though it did startle us a bit at the start there. Let's get a box of critters out, try and get another layer of protection. A flare onto the HQ, and that should be good for this first battle. Kind of a tricky base just because of the 2 grapplers that for some reason I decided not to look out for. And that punished our medics more than any other troop because the medics felt obligated to run after the Scorchers that got pulled. That's just medics being medics, I guess. There we go, able to get to the second base here. No connection issues once again, and this time I see we got 1 grappler. Is there another? I do not see it, but maybe there's another one hiding in the trees. But let's try and plan out for this base. So I'm going to throw a barrage right here on the statue line, just because there's a lot of shock mines and boom mines behind it. But we're going to get 1 more artillery. Let's spread out our Scorchers a bit along that first line. Then we'll get our Bombardiers down behind. Let's see, how far back is the grappler? So it's moderately far back in the base, but we know that range. Super far, so we're going to get a shock bomb on it right away. I could do the smoke thing where it just pulls the Scorchers. You throw smoke and then the Scorchers can't really get targeted. I think we'll do that now, but I only got 6 Scorchers in this strategy, so like as soon as it pulls like 2 or 3, you can see our troops hurt a little bit. But we let him pull 2, and then we threw another shock bomb, and I threw a shock bomb onto the beach mist tree right there just as a decoration. Definitely did not misclick there. Totally planned. But this base was pretty backloaded. Ice statues, a couple prototypes, but we got through it fairly easily. It is a level 64 though, so the defenses are quite low level. That is nice. Could have gotten into some trouble there. Look at, see, there was a few Scorchers that are in the red right there. Our medics doing their best to try and heal him up. Down goes the base. Alright, next player, we got Chi-Town here, and he's got some disturbing mine layouts right before the first line of defenses there. So I'm going to try and take care of him. Throw box critters, good spread. I was hoping it would take out that boom mine as well. That's okay, we'll just leave that be, and then we'll take out that shock mine and boom mine combo as well. And then I think we're going to kind of attack this from the middle right side, more toward the middle there, and we'll try and just brute force. We'll bulldozer this base, get a shock onto the Doom Cannon right away, just so our Scorchers don't suffer too much, and then just a layer of shocks behind that. And now a battle orders. This is where our battle orders will be handy. Get our Bombardiers firing and running, so our Scorchers are under less duress. Makes it so the Bombardiers don't take as long to target the next building. Even though a lot of the damage from this strat, I know Bombardiers, they do a crazy amount and they're like the finishers, but the Scorchers, as soon as they lock onto a building and they get their initial flame out and then they kind of move on. That does a lot of damage, and then it's like one Bombardier shot later and it's dead. So it's like a wombo combo, and it's just complementary with the battle orders because it gets like the Bombardier bomb or bullet or whatever you want to call it. It just gets it out faster. And look at why the loot has been pretty good. We're gonna be able to convert quite a bit. Wish I had some upgrades. Look at that. All the wood, stone, and iron are at an even amount. It's pretty unique. Alright, let's get a box critters out, and then we're going to get our Scorchers, Bombardiers, and I see the double grappler. Don't worry. We're going to get the shock bombs out. And the critters were to soak up the initial like cannon damage on the beach and also distract the grapplers for a short amount of time. The question is, do I want to reinforce a shock? I think I do, just because the grappler is going to start pulling Bombardiers in the back because the Scorcher's going to step up too far, and we don't want that because Bombardiers are expensive, and once they get pulled by a grappler, it's like it's guaranteed death for them. Let's get a couple shock bombs out on the boom cannon and shock launcher behind the HQ, and our next base, or this base, I guess, this attack is essentially over, and we're going to get another battle orders just to rub it in. Down goes the HQ. Man, once those Bombardiers lock onto the HQ, they take it out so quick. And I've been using this strat for quite a while, and it just still amazes me how much damage Bombardiers can do in a short amount of time. It's so nice. But anyway, moving on. Let's see. You guys know I don't like backloaded bases, but look at this. He's got so many ice statues. Just he's prideful of them too. He has them lined up in front of the base, and then once you start looking at the base, you're like, this isn't a great design, but you're investing in defenses, and it's like you don't even have prototypes out, so interesting. But for some reason, I think it's a good idea here. I kind of just mindlessly started throwing a couple barrages, take out some buildings, you know. For some reason, I thought that was a good idea with all the building health here. I guess it did work out, but we spent quite a bit of our energy supply here, and we're going to be able to just kind of steadily move through this base. A lot of his mines are placed on the outside, which is also, I wouldn't say that's a great idea, since our troops are just going to avoid it. You want the mines in like the middle of the base so that my Bombardiers would just run over them, you know? What's kind of the purpose? Unless you're housing a shield generator or something, like what's the purpose of having them on the outside? Especially when you got a like dead center HQ there, but I digress there. Let's get another battle order on our 3 Bombardiers over here, and a lot of ice statues. It caused 2 of our Scorchers, 3 of our Scorchers, 4 of our Scorchers. Alright, as soon as I was going to mention, it didn't even take out that many troops. We lost a ton of Scorchers, but it paid off because we got a critical fuse, and it's critical we get those because it's our lowest prototype supply. Push us back up to 900. That's a good feeling. When you like take a small hiatus from a push, miss a couple days, and you like get back and your medal count's lower, it's like depressing. You feel ashamed. You're like, man, I let myself down, and you're just like, you're almost hesitant to start it back up, even though it's like worse that you let it sit. You're like a little bit hesitant. You're like, oh, it's gonna bring me sadness that I missed out on a couple days push opportunity, but feels good to be back. We are recovering, and this push is taking longer than I thought. Not gonna lie. What have we been, like 2.5 months we've been doing it? We pushed up 200 medals, which is good, don't get me wrong, but I could have definitely done it. There's been a couple weeks where I've just been maintaining my medal count, and it definitely hurts because it slows the push down. You lose a bit of motivation, but then you get the energy back and you're like, I want to clear my map, I want to get these medals, and I want to get to the medal count where I can actually switch up my strategy. Once we get to 1,000 medals, I really hope I start attacking with other strats, and then don't just fall off and lose all my medals right away. I don't think I will, but there's always a possibility that I might be exhausted from the push, even though 1,000 medals isn't that high. It is when you're using only one strat, even though if I had a choice, it might be majority warrior attacks, but I'll take it. This strat, I haven't got as sick of it as I thought I would have, but seeing the medics running to their death every every battle because they're Scorchers is kind of sad, so. But anyway, this base, I think we're going to make it our last one for now, and we'll save some medals for later, you know. But we just had to get ourselves over that hump of 900. Once again, I've been straggling it for like a week and a half now with the inconsistent, or straddling, I guess, with the inconsistent attack days. But let's get one final battle orders. I think I like using Everspark more with this, just because with the heroes, unless it's bullet energy drink, I don't pop the heroed ability that much. And just the passive critter spawn, I love it because who doesn't like critters, I guess. But I think that's going to be it. Let's see what we can convert on the resource side. Only gold and wood. Interesting. Alright, but we got a good amount of rock crystals. Hopefully next cycle, it'll have some better tribes in 5 days here. Man, still a while for the tribe reset. It felt like we've had these forever. Maybe because it's just Cryoneer and Medic Boost, but that's going to be it. Thanks for making it this far. We only got 20,000 gold because I converted the gold, so that was kind of a mistake, but hopefully we don't fail on our next attack, and we'll be able to gain some gold, you know. But that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.